welcome to Weekend Project. I'm Laura Lynn of the Mama Pop Quilt Shop, and we are very happy to see you here today. We're working on block 4 of our 2017 Christmas quilt that we are doing here at the Mama Pop Quilt Shop, and we hope you are following along. So this week we are actually, it's many blocks of block 4, but you need to do 6 of them. We don't need to. I mean, you could choose to do whatever you like. If you want to do just 3, then you're going to have to accommodate for a solid piece of fabric or something to accommodate for that size. So you're going to do 3 of them that are 6 inches, and that end up being 6 inches, and 3 of them that end up being about 8.5 inches. Okay. So what we're going to do to make this easy for you is you can make them matching, make them different. If you got scrappy bits and you want to use everything and crazy that you got going on, do it. If you only have 2 tones and that's all you have to work with, make all 6 of them the same. Okay. So for the small one here, okay, we're going to take 2 3-inch squares, 1 of your background fabric. I'm choosing to do mine all matching. It's completely up to you. I'm using like a nice light color because I want the stars to stand out. Nice light color. So it's a 3-inch square of light, cream, white, whatever you got, tone on tone, white on white, and then another solid-y sort of color. This has got obviously a little tighter pattern to it. And you're going to sew all the way around, okay, on the 2 sets, okay, all the way around. Okay, so we're going to do that. Hopefully everybody's having a great Saturday. Now you can come straight off, you can pivot, you can do whatever you like to get you around your 4 edges. Okay. You can do whatever you like. All right, there's 1, sewing all the way around, okay? See, it's all the way around with the little white thread there. I just chose to do white with this project, nothing too exciting. Just keep it consistent, because I was using a lighter thread on the outside. I mean, lighter color fabric, okay? Okay. Pop says I can't make the shop shake, so I gotta slow down. Shake, ride, and roll. Okay, now for those 2 little ones, here, we'll lap our little bits off here. I'll set those off to the side because that's going to make our bigger one here. So we're working on this one right now. Okay, so now for these 2 here, you're going to want to cut from edge to edge, from corner to corner. So if you need to mark a line, visually you can usually just mark up your ruler, from one corner right to the next, and then cut on it, and then move your ruler to the opposite corners again, corner to corner, okay? Fingers away, pressure consistent, and you end up with 4 really cute and pretty, well, we're going to press to the dark, very cute and pretty half square triangles. Okay, and you're going to get that, another 4 off of this one. So you end up with your 8 that you need for this star, right? 2, 4, 6, 8. Who do we appreciate? Sorry. Get with the program. Get sewing. All right. So we are going to trim the next 2, and then we'll give them a press. Or next one, we'll give them a press, okay? Now he's fine. Unless you have a Lazy Susan board or the rotary board or something that turns around with you, I think it's best just to turn your ruler. And if you happen to shift the fabric, it may get off placement. I think it's just safer that way. All right. So you're going to take your little 8 pieces and go press to the dark side. Okay. And this is a chance where you can use your reds, your blues, your greens, your, whatever other colors you feel are very winterish and fallish and so on and so forth. And, or if you have some like Christmassy pattern stuff, this one looks like little like berries and stuff like that. So very Christmassy. And there's also some holly. Holly and berries is on the other blue fabric right over here that I chose to put in it as well. So, get a little Christmassy print to it. Okay. So all those there, and that ends up giving you about 1 3/4 inches, okay, if you were just to lop off those little bits and square it up just a smidge, you don't want to square it up to 1/2 inch. You kind of want to leave it at about 1 3/4 inches. You just want to lop off the tails, okay? So get you about there, okay? This one seems to be a little bigger, so I'd even him out a smidge there because he seems like he's got a little bit of a bulge on that white part. But that's what you're going to do, is just kind of lop off the ears, either by scissors or rotary or what have you. Let's try and even this guy out. We know we have a 90-degree angle on here. We'll kind of line it up just a smidge. And then just lop off that little bit, a little belly there that he had. Poor Block. Been on a diet. Now you can keep all these little bits and put it in something to stuff, pin cushion, stuffed animals, whatever. I had a lot left over from the North and South quilt, that's for sure. The ones we were doing on the live stream. Okay, just going to pick all these off. And square up any that you can see that really are way wonky. Though it should be pretty consistent, considering you're just sewing around 4 sides on a 3-inch square. Okay. And of course, you can do this with any size square fabric. You're just going to need how to figure out your center square. Okay. But that's easy enough to do. So now what you want to do with your 8 little buddies here is you're going to take them and put them so your whites are together like that, forming a triangle. Okay. Because that is what's going to give you the tips of your stars. Okay. So you just want to line them all up, put them in their little buddy pack, make sure they're all together, and you're sewing down on the white. Okay. Like I said, if anybody needs to be maneuvered a little bit and trimmed, then, do so. But they should all be pretty good. See, he was a little bit bigger on that side. Let's trim him up. Just a smidge. Even that little tiny bit is enough to throw us off, right? Sorry. It was chilly. It's chilly this morning. Okay, all right. Now, let's sew down these 4 on the white connectors. Okay, and then just move it right in line like a little chain piece. Okay. If you need to put a pin in, go ahead and do so. These are kind of some small pieces if you're not used to working with this small. It's not normally something I always do. So, and you can always make it a 12-inch block if you like. I'd just probably make about 4 of them instead of the 6 if you wanted to do a 12-inch block. And we could just maneuver the placement within the quilt. So, that's completely up to you. You're just going to need some stars to go with your background, your whole stuff. Okay, let's move your little buddies over there. Okay. Now I use my side cutter because that's what it's there for. Now let's press these buds open. Okay. Make sure we did everybody right. If not, this is the time to change. Okay, so we have our base of our star so far. See, here we got our tips going here. There, see? Now we just need to add little white squares on the outside and then the solid piece in the center, right? And we were going to choose this one for that. I think it would look really nice to have that as the center. So, but we'll leave that for the center only, and we'll use the white for the outside corner. So we know we need about, what is it? 1 3/4. So we'll trim that out of these little 3-inch squares. Could probably just cut 1 3/4 ahead of time, but I had these 3-inch squares were given to me, so I thought I'd use them up. They were in a cute little baggie, and I thought, oh my gosh, there's a whole bunch in here. Let's see what we can use them for. So, and here we are. Okay. We'll just square those up a little bit here. 1 3/4. Okay, so those are our little buddies that we need to add to 2 of these, okay, on either end. Okay. just makes a really quick and fast and cute star. It really does. And of course you can do half square triangles in the center if you like. You could, you know, make it a little 4-patch. You know, experiment is yours. Pop a little applique in the center of it, whatever you like. You know, this is your quilt, right? If you're following along. Because I'm not going to come over and claim it's my quilt. Well, maybe. Depends. Show me pictures first. All right, so just going to sew a little white piece on either end of 2 of them. And then we'll press that. And then we'll figure out what we need for our center square. Cut that and add it to either side. And then that's it. That is done. You're just going to make a few more. So hopefully it's a little bit of a break from all that intense paper piecing. Don't want to wear you out by the time we get to the end of this quilt. And I like a bit of variety too. You know, you got to mix it up. Mix it up. Okay, there we go. See, we have our little bits like that. And just like that, oops, like that. And that. And now we just need our centerpiece. Okay. And I think we figured it out. It was 3 1/4. If I was not mistaken. Let's give ourselves a nice clean edge there. We got 1, 2, 3 here. Then we'll flip this on a line. Give us a nice clean edge. Okay. And then 1, 2, 3. And that'll be our center square. And of course, if you had like Christmas fabric that had snowmans or just enough, like a little tiny block, like I think we actually have a couple of Christmas fabrics that are like that, and you have a little snowman or a little village or whatever you want to pop in the center, do so. That would be a great little accent piece to your quilts for sure. Okay, so we're going to add it on to the either side of the 2 that we didn't add buddies onto, and then we're going to snug these guys up and then snug these guys up, and then there is our beautiful little star. Okay, so let's add it on this side first. And then we'll press it, and then we'll add the other 2. And then you're going to want to make sure your seams are snuggled up against each other to give you really nice pretty points. Okay? Other than that, you're going to get wonky points, and you don't want any wonky points. And I'm just using a regular 2.4 stitch, you know, 1/4 inch seam allowance, trying to be consistent. Okay. Give that a little press. Okay. And then same with the 8-inch square. If you had something that was that size you wanted to add in the center of it, you go right ahead. It's your creation. Okay. So now we're going to put those seams together. We're going to try and snuggle those little red and whites. Make sure you're flipping and flopping where they need to be, you know, to the dark side. If you need to put a pin in, then put a pin in. I think we're okay. All right. Move this one over to here. So try and do the balance as best you can between the pieces. And if you don't like it, you can always unpick it. So, all right, there's part. Yay, we're getting there. Okay, and we'll add this one, and then we'll give it a press. And then that is as easy peasy block 4-zy warzy. The secret word is your. Y-O-U-R. Got it? You pay attention? Almost there. Little Christmas bears. All right. Okay. Move a chair over. Keep sliding. Okay. And then you just kind of square it up a smidge, and you have yourself a fantastic, super duper cutie wooty star. Isn't it nice? I loves it. It's very pretty. Check it out. Yeah, and then we just give it a little bit of a trim, and then he's got a nice little buddy there, and then a big buddy here, and then we'll make another buddy over there with this guy. Yeah, see, they don't take very long. And then to just kind of square it up a bit. Just kind of make sure your edges are all together. Try and find yourself a nice flat line. And just give them a little bit of trim. Just kind of get a little hairy bits off. You're just kind of cleaning it up for the parade. Okay. Move those out of the way. And of course that can go in your, stuffing bag pile too, with all the little tails or ears that come off of these blocks. Okay. There we go. Beautiful. Okay, now you're going to want to keep them separate. Don't sew them together. So once you get your 6 blocks, just keep them off to the side. Put that there. Put a little pin in it. It'll go with the rest of the buds up here. And then we'll continue on when we get to block 5, and we'll figure that out. Okay? So thanks for watching, liking, subscribing. Whoa! Whoa! Wait a second here. Okay. Forgot to tell you how to do this one. Told you how to do the little one, but not the big one. Okay, so with your 3-inch squares, you're gonna have 4 of them, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4 sets. You're gonna sew with the bigger ones, okay? You're gonna take your little ruler, or you can just go from point to point, corner to corner, draw your little angle, or draw your little line on either side and sew on either one of those lines. If you don't have one of these, don't fret. Do the same thing with one of these and draw your line from corner to corner, and then sew on this side of it. Put your 1/4-inch foot over here, and you're going to sew on there, and you're going to sew there, and that's going to be your cut line, okay? So that's going to give you the 8 squares that you need to go around here. Then the center square here is going to be 4.5 inches, and like I said, you can cut it from Christmassy fabric, whatever you like, have at her, and that's going to go in the center, and of course the outside ones are 2.5. So once you cut these on the 3 and you flip and press, you're going to get a 2.5, okay? So that's your measurements there, all right? Hopefully that helped. Sorry. Have a good one. Participating, leaving comments, and showing us pictures as you're going along. We really appreciate it here at the Mom and Pop Quilt Shop, and have yourself a fantastic Saturday, and look forward to seeing you tomorrow on the live stream when we're doing some cutting of the tree skirt, and we're going to do some planning of how we're going to make it a little bit bigger to come outside the Christmas tree, outside the presents. Okay? Take care, everybody. Enjoy your Saturday. Have fun. Bye-bye.